take this old chestnut back out of the fridge, I guess. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and before I get started I just want to say sorry that I know my uploads have been once again very like here and there, but I'm trying so hard to get back into a schedule. I was meant to film this video yesterday for it to be up on Wednesday, my normal upload day, but Jordan ended up coming around and surprising me. We don't see each other like majorly that often. Very sunny day today actually, so I'm using natural lighting because I couldn't be bothered to get my massive studio light up and put it up, and no I really couldn't. So we're using natural lighting, so if it's a little bit like in and out then that's why. I suppose nothing's better than natural lighting. Today I'm going to be doing a video of my full face of products that I don't use anymore. There's some products in here that were my absolute favourites back in the day and I just literally do not use them anymore, but I decided this would be a fun video, also for me as well, to look back and be a bit nostalgic over some of my products that I used to love and some of them that I just have knocking around in my drawers that I can't get rid of, but I just don't really use that often. Nevertheless, if you are new to my channel, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos a little bit like this one, and also give this video a big thumbs up if you do end up enjoying it. And I promise this is the last thing, I will actually be at Big Beauty Day Out in Manchester on Saturday, so if you want to see me then feel free to. I'm so excited. After this video I'm gonna order a new outfit. I don't know why I haven't ordered it earlier because I've had these tickets booked for months and months. But nevertheless, if you want to come along, say hi, that would be really lovely. But nevertheless, I'm going to roll into the video and talk about the products that I just don't use anymore. So this shoulder is probably going to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to take my cardigan off because it's really warm today. And I thought I'd be too cold without my cardigan on, but it turns out I'm not. So I might end up putting it back on. I don't know. So firstly, I'm going to go in with primer. And for primer, I've got one that I used to rave about literally all the time. If you watched me back in the day, you'd know that I probably did talk about this pretty much every single video. This is the Revolution Ultra Strobe Cream. I got this in like a 12 Days of Christmas box like 2 years ago or something. I loved this because it gave like a nice glowy finish. It was also very tacky as well for my makeup to stick to, but I've just never really, I don't know, gone back to it. I love my NYX Honeydew Me Up now, which is kind of taken this place. Also, I don't think this blends as well as I thought it did back in the day, because obviously like I haven't been doing makeup that long. I've been doing makeup since I was literally like 17, so I'm still learning, I'm still progressing, I'm still trying. Normally just kind of blended this in with my fingers, so I'm going to do that now. I'm also in a really like filming mood today, which is good because I haven't been in one of them in forever. So I'm hopefully going to film another video today for Saturday, but then I say that and there might not be an upload on Saturday. I don't really know what my life is doing at the moment. Next up, I'm going to go in to prime my eyelids. I'm going to prime my eyelids using the same thing that I'm going to use for my concealer. This is the Soap & Glory Kick-Ass Concealer. Never use this anymore because I've got my P. Louise base. I have better concealers that I use, but basically on one side it's like a powder, and then when you flip it over, it has a little mirror at the top, and then it has two concealer shades down here. I think this is, yeah, this is the shade Light. I used to use this to prime my eyelids before I used eyeshadow, but obviously I've found better products since then, and I was never really a massive fan of this. I didn't actually use it that often, but it's still kicking around in my drawer. Get it? Kick-ass concealer kicking around in my drawer. I'm going to take this like orangey shade here, and I'm just going to kind of use my finger to dab it on my eyelid. I can't really remember like how I use this. I think I just kind of used it like this. I can't really carve out my eyebrows with this because it's not like the right shade, and normally I carve out my eyebrows now, so I'm just gonna have to leave that out. I'm just gonna take one of my cheap eBay brushes and I'm just gonna try and blend that out. I just never really liked the formula of this concealer, just never really got on with it. I know there's a powder side on the other side, but I don't want to set this in place. So I'm just going to go in with my eyeshadow, and for eyeshadow I'm going to choose one that I used to use every day. Like every time I used to go on a night out I used to use this, every time I used to go on like a day look I used to use this. This is like was my favourite eyeshadow palette back in the day. This is the HEIDLAS Makeup Revolution palette. This is the original one. Ever since then, she's brought out Extra Spice, and I prefer the colours in Extra Spice a little bit more. This, honestly, was my favourite palette ever. Like, even the clasp is broken, and you can see how much it's been used. It looks a little bit rank, really. Don't really know what kind of look that I want to do. I think I'm going to do like a ready sort of look, but I want to use this shimmer here because I saw on Instagram someone had used it, and I was like, ah, that reminds me about this palette. Firstly, I think I'm going to take this on here and I'm going to blend it into my crease. Gosh, I am missing my P. Louise base because my P. Louise base makes the shadows just stick out a little bit more. Okay, so next I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to dip into this one down here. By the way, I lost the sheet with the shade names on, so I'm just going to kind of point to which ones I'm going to use. So I'm going to take this orange shade here and I'm just going to blend that above the pink. I kind of like to tap and then blend and then tap and then blend. And then next up, I'm not actually going to cut my crease because I really don't like that Soap & Glory concealer to cut my crease. So I'm just going to do something very, very basic today. Mainly because I just don't really want to do anything too intricate because I'm going to do an Instagram look a little bit later on, so I kind of want to save my brushes and stuff. So I'm going to dip into this shimmer here. It's like the blue sort of one, and I'm just going to pack this all over my lid. I use my finger for shimmer because I feel like the colour payoff is a lot better. I do really miss this palette. Like, I love this shimmer and I just never used to use it that much, but since I've kind of gone a little bit out there with my makeup looks, I feel like this shimmer would be so much better now that I kind of know how to use it. And then I want to just darken the outer corner a little bit where I've put that shimmer, so I'm just going to take this red one up here on a flat brush and I'm just going to pack this down. Okay, so I'm happy with that because it's seriously nothing like too extravagant or out there, which is kind of what I wanted. So I'm going to move on to eyebrows. Oh my god, I used to love this product. Like, this was the product that I thought I wouldn't be able to live without. So for my eyebrows, why did I wipe my eyebrows? Like, you don't know what eyebrows look like, but anyway, the wonderful world of Becca being random. To take this Freedom Duo Brow Powder, I have the shade Granite. I actually bought this because Sancha was like so obsessed with this back in the day, and I used some of hers and I was obsessed. I loved the fact that there was like a lighter shade for like the front of your brows and then a darker shade. Since then, I don't use powders at all. I use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. Just gonna take my Spectrum brow brush. This is the Spectrum A24 brush, and what I normally do is I normally just brush through my brows. Shall I zoom you in so you can actually see what I'm doing? There you go, hello, up close and personal. I'm gonna just brush through my brows lightly. By the way, I am not the best at brows. Brows is literally like my worst part of my makeup. And then I'm gonna take this darker shade just on this side here, and I'm gonna dip in with my angled brush. I'm kind of scared. And just fill in my brows. So I'm just gonna brush through them once more, but hey, it's fine. So yeah, that was an old favourite. Really do not love it now, just because I've got used to dip brow, really. Okay, so next up I'm going to move on to foundation. For foundation, this was my favourite foundation pretty much ever. I thought this was the first high-end foundation that I ever got, and I got it for my birthday a couple of years ago. I think I got it for my 19th birthday, and I wanted this for so long. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation. This is a 24-hour wear, full coverage, transfer resistant matte finish. Even though this is matte finish, I used to love how it looked on my skin. Like, I was just completely obsessed with this. The only thing about this is that it takes a lot longer to blend out than my other foundation. I'm gonna try not to put that much on. I say dolloping it all over my face. I use my Morphe sponge and I'm just gonna blend it. Foundation is literally white. Like, not even my skin is white. Let's just try and blend it down my neck. I feel like I look like Santa. I don't know how I ever use this because I just would not have the patience nowadays to spend 10 minutes blending in a foundation when all my cheaper ones blend out in like 3 seconds. Told you it was white. I didn't lie. Okay, next up I'm going to go in with my Kick-Ass concealer again. I know your concealer should really be lighter than your foundation, but hey, here we are. Foundation is white and my concealer is never going to be lighter than this. But I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to take this pinky one because I haven't used it. Pray for me, pray for me. I think I'm just going to go back in with the yellowy side, the other side, because I don't want an orange under eye, but it looks orange anyway. Okay, next up for bronzer. I don't actually contour anymore, but when I did, I used to use this all the time, but I'm going to use it as my bronzer shade. This is the Nip and Fab contour palette. I used to rave about this every day until I like used the Wet n Wild one. I think I'm going to take this bronzer shade here. By the way, this is the shade Light. They have them in 3 different shades. So I'm going to take this shade here and I'm just going to bronze up my face. I'm going to take my Spectrum A01 brush for this. This is my normal like bronzer brush because it's really big and fluffy, but it also has like the right angle to get in there, if you know what I mean. Wow. Do I really look as white on camera as I think I do? We need to bronze up, people. It's one of those moments where I'm like, bronzer will save my life, it's fine. I do actually like that. I think I might go back to this palette actually because I kind of forgot how much I like it. I've forgotten to powder. This is just how my life has got to right now. I shall bronze before I powder. I know you're not meant to. And I've just dropped it. Oh, blooming it. Okay, I feel a lot better now that I've bronzed up, but everything is going everywhere and my life is a mess. Powder, I'm going to take the Revolution Lace Baking Powder. Used to use this all the time. It was begging for them to put it in like a pressed powder form. They did, but I'd found another powder that I loved a little bit more, so I haven't actually got around to purchasing it yet. The problem about this was it's so messy, but it's a really good powder shade. It actually sets your face in place really nice, so if you're about like the matte powder life, then this is perfect for that. I mean, like I have to keep doing that and it just used to go literally everywhere and I just was not about this life. Where has it gone? I was going to highlight next, but I think I'm just going to go back and do my under eyes. So I'm just going to take this first shade here that we used and I'm just going to use this for under my eyes, like I've just said. Well done, Becca. I think it's hay fever season as well. And I'm not loving that. Okay, so next up I'm going to move on to highlighter. There's a lot of Revolution in this video. I still love Revolution, like it's nothing against the brand, but I've just found other products from other brands and other products from their own brand as well that I prefer a lot more. This is the Revolution Ultra Cool Glow highlighter palette. This is a really good dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora, but now I have the actual Aurora palette, I don't really feel the need to have this anymore. I used to love this all the time, used to use it all the time, used to rave about it on this YouTube channel all the time. It's a good palette, not gonna lie. I just kind of found other highlighter palettes that I prefer more, and like I said, I have the real deal now, so I don't really feel the need to use it because I do prefer the actual Anastasia Beverly Hills one, but I might keep it for if I do a dupes video because this is a really good dupe, and I'm pretty sure this was £8 for each shade. You can't go wrong, and it's very colourful as well. I think I'm going to take this first shade here. It's like an icy blue sort of shade, and I'm going to use this for my highlighter, and I feel like the lighting is going a little bit, which is a little bit sad, but anyway, just gonna swirl into this. This is my Morphe brush, but I don't know which one it is because I kind of rubbed off the name. I don't know why I don't use this more. I just haven't used it in like a year. Actually, I think it's over a year. Still insane. Like, I'd still recommend for you to buy it because, I mean, look at that for a highlighter. Okay, I'm just gonna also use this one to highlight my brow bone as well. Never used to highlight my brow bone, but I do now. And then I think for my inner corner, I'm going to take this top one here. For my inner corner highlight now, I just kind of use it with my finger. I don't know why, I always used to use a brush, but I just prefer using my finger now. Do you see what I mean? It just brightens it up a lot more with my finger. Mascara. Oh my god. I'm going to use my Kiko Maxi Mod Mascara. This is the first thing that I ever do you get the picture? Bought from Kiko. But genuinely I used to love this because the wand, so hopefully it's focused, but the wand for this is so thin that it was so good for my lower lashes. And I was just obsessed for ages. Obviously now I found my Essence one. Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara is my favourite mascara of all time. I'm still trying to find one that will actually top it, but I'm going to use this again. I haven't used it, oh my god, in like a year and a half, but it's one of those things that I can't get rid of because I'm like, you know what, it's still good for my lower lashes, maybe I might go back to it. Okay, this isn't as good as I remember it being because obviously I found mascaras that I prefer a lot more, but it's still alright. I mean, it's still kind of did a little something to my lashes. Problem with me is that my lashes are absolutely tiny naturally, so not many mascaras work anyway. Okay, and then I'm gonna move on to lipstick. For lipstick, oh my god, this was like my favourite ever. I used to take this everywhere with me. This is the Makeup Revolution lipstick in the shade Wishful. Chauffeur is the other one that I love. Look at that. Really, really nice nude. I found other nudes that I prefer a lot more. I'm a fan of the ABH lipsticks now, but if you're looking for a good £3 one, I still use this occasionally. I've also just realised how badly this foundation sinks into my smile lines. No, I'm not a fan. Let's just rub that away. And then finally, setting spray. So nowadays, in the current Becca situation, I like to use Urban Decay All Nighter. I like to use my NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. That was my favourite from back in the day and still is my favourite now. I don't use that many because those two kind of do it for me. However, first setting spray that I ever bought and that I used to use all the time is the Revolution Pro Fix Makeup Fixing Spray. Used to love it, used to swear by it, just don't use it anymore because I have ones that I love a lot more, and I'm pretty sure this gives a matte look. Says it there's Makeup Revolution Amazing Fixing Spray is lightweight setting spray that helps keep foundation and eye makeup in place with no smudging or fading for that just applied look, lasting up to 12 hours. I think it did a pretty good job about that. I don't know if it lasted up to 12 hours, I wouldn't say it did. I'd say my Urban Decay All Night is a lot better for that. I know that's 16 hours, but I know it lasted a lot longer than this. But nevertheless, we're gonna spritz our face. It's just got up my nose. Okay, I think I'm gonna put my cardigan back on because I've gotten a tiny weeny little bit cold and I'm doing the outro now, so I might as well just let it slide. Basically, this is the finished look. This is what it looks like. I don't think it's actually that bad. I kind of miss using a lot of these products. A lot of them I'll probably end up using again, like the Nip and Fab contour kit. I do miss using that all the time. Some of them, cough, Soap and Glory concealer, just will never ever use again because it just was not my favourite back then and isn't my favourite back now apparently. Nevertheless, I hope that you did enjoy this video. It was a little bit of fun. If you did, don't forget to smash it a big massive thumbs up and also feel free to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you do also tap that little bell down below so you are notified every single time I post a new video. As always, all my social media links will also be linked right down there, so if you want to give me a follow then feel free to. I also do have an Instagram page as well where I post makeup looks that I don't post to my YouTube channel, so if you want to see that and see what I'm doing, it will be here or here, one of them. As always, thank you so incredibly much for watching. Hopefully I will see some of you lovely people on Saturday. I'm so excited, but I'm also a little bit nervous, so please bear with me if I do end up rambling. But nevertheless, thank you so much for watching and hopefully I'll see you on my next video. Bye!